Welcome back to WHITMAS. I'm so excited because today we're doing a Q&A. It's been about 3 months since I've done a Q&A, and then I headed over to Instagram to get some WHITMAS ideas, and my most requested video was a Q&A. So here we are, question and answer video. Ooh, ooh. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and never forget to subscribe so you never miss a fit tip with Whit again. Without further ado, let's jump in to this video. Although I said I would never do a video with Stefan unless we're married, I feel like you can answer some questions off camera. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about this.
What does Stefan love most about you other than my ambition? Is that what you love about me, my ambition?
What I love most about Whit is the pure love and loyalty she has towards me and everyone in her life that's close to her. It's something I've never felt, really.
Thank you.
As strongly as you've given me.
Because we loyal.
Yeah. We didn't get that.
Oh, sorry.
Conservative.
The next question is, do you step on a scale? I have not stepped on a scale in, I want to say this January makes it 2 years. I felt like it was very unhealthy for me. It was very unhealthy for my mental health. I don't think the numbers tell you everything you need to know. I'm a huge believer in taking progress photos. I see my biggest change in progress photos than I've ever seen on a scale. And if it's affecting your mental health, please ditch the scale, get rid of it, go donate it, okay? There's absolutely nothing wrong with weighing yourself, but if it is affecting your mental health, please do not do it, okay? Well, it's a new day. Same sweater, new day. Yesterday we as in myself and I, having a lot of technical difficulties. So, it wasn't meant to be. I'd have to give myself an A for effort. It really felt like maybe this Q&A wasn't supposed to happen. All right, let's just continue on with this Q&A. There's so many questions about Stefan, it kind of cracked me up. How you and Stefan told each other you love each other. Stefan and I had been dating for maybe 3 weeks, and we were out bowling, having a fun time. Okay, we used to bowl a lot. I don't know what happened to that. We never bowl anymore. We used to bowl all the time. He was like killing it. He was all hyped up. I was all hyped up. And he said it 2 times that night. I don't think he meant to. I wasn't ready for it. I felt like things were moving a little fast when he said that, I pretended that I didn't hear it, and he pretended that he didn't say it. And then he didn't say it again until when I told him I love him. I did love him. I wasn't ready to tell him that I loved him, but I kind of felt bad. I left the guy hanging for a couple weeks, so. Okay, so I still get questions all the time about where my necklace is from. This one is from Steffi. Love that. Where my necklace is from, and I talked about it maybe at the very beginning of this year. So for Christmas last year, my mom gifted me her first engagement ring. On my parents' 10-year anniversary, my dad upgraded my mom's ring, and so that first engagement ring was sitting in a jewelry box for about 10 years. She gifted that to me for Christmas. So we took that engagement ring and I had it designed into this amazing necklace that I have been wearing all year. It never comes off of me. So Jamie at Brooks here in Utah, she's the one who designed this, and then I'm also super excited because she just designed this opal ring for me. I'll show some close-up clips of it, but this opal ring was a ring that I received after my grandma passed away, and my grandma was very near and dear to my heart. I love her so much and I miss her so much, and so we took that opal ring, super plain Jane. It was just, I'll show the before pictures, it was just the opal in a gold setting. It felt a little outdated. It didn't fit me perfectly, so what Jamie did was took that opal ring and put it into this amazing ring. Jamie is just immaculate. She also designed my best friend's wedding band, which is the prettiest wedding band I've ever seen. So that's how I found out about her. So if you're here in Utah and you have any jewelry you want to design, you're getting engaged soon, I definitely highly recommend going to Jamie at Brooks. I actually picked this one up yesterday. I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. This jewelry has a lot of meaning and love behind it, and it's very sentimental to me. I'm a very sentimental person. I leave the Brooks website and Jamie's information always in the description box below because it's actually my most questioned in the comments. Why don't you have your ears pierced? Will you get them done? I do have my ears pierced. I don't know if I could still get an earring through them. I got my ears pierced when I was little, young gal, up in Claire's, getting my ears pierced. I've had an otoplasty before because my ears used to stick out like. So when I was 17, I had an otoplasty done, and I never liked wearing earrings because I felt like they brought a lot of attention to my ears when they would stick out, and I was very, very self-conscious of them. And then after I got my ears done, I still just don't love earrings. Who is your celebrity crush? Blake Lively, Rihanna, ugh, love her, and Michael B. Jordan. I think that's it. Ariana Grande though, she's just, love the woman she is today. I'm telling you so many questions about Stefan. How often do you and Stefan see each other? I see Stefan probably at least once a day. There's some days where I don't see him, but we really put in effort to make sure that we see each other, whether that's him stopping by at my house after work before he heads to the gym. If I'm having a really busy day and I don't have time to hit the gym during the day, then I'll go to the gym with him during the evenings. We both have very busy schedules, and so we just really put in the effort and the time to make sure that we have that time with each other. Weekends are my favorite though, because weekends are the times that I spend the most time with Stefan rather than, you know, a couple hours in the evening. What is your all-time favorite booty exercise if you had to choose just one? Hip thrusts have changed my life. I'll be perfectly blunt with you guys. I was always way too embarrassed to do hip thrusts in the gym. The first 3 years of my fitness journey, I never did hip thrusts. Hip thrusts have changed my life. I now incorporate some sort of hip thrust into every single leg day. I'm telling you, if you are not seeing the changes you want to see in your glutes, start incorporating hip thrusts. I was not seeing any changes. I was getting so frustrated, and this year hip thrusts have become a huge priority to me, even as awkward as they can be. How long did it take you to get over your heartbreak? A couple years. I think it's very easy to forgive and to move on from somebody. The hardest part for me is to let the things that maybe that person did to me go. I'll have no interest in this kid. I won't like him anymore. But what he did to me was so hurtful that that's what I find can be the most difficult thing to move on from. It's so hard to not always remember those things because you're so hurt. And so that was the biggest struggle for me. I'm very good at seeing the bigger picture of things. You know, although right afterwards my heart was completely shattered and I was devastated, it took me a couple months to get over this kid. I knew in the end he was not the person that I was supposed to be with. You know, maybe how he handled the situation wasn't the best, and that entire situation I lost, you know, one of my closest friends, my boyfriend, all of his friends. His life quickly became my entire life, and I lost all of that during that breakup, and it was very, very hurtful and very painful. It took me a very long time to heal from that. If that's what you're going through, just give yourself time, allow yourself the time to heal. Try to think of the bigger picture. That's always something that's really helped me. I've told you guys this before, I think in a Get Ready With Me, but if I would have ended up with that person, I never would have started my YouTube channel. I probably wouldn't be as active as I am in living a healthy lifestyle because his family didn't really like that. It was weird. But one big piece of advice, I don't think it's fair to take something that somebody else did to you and put that on somebody that is new in your life who has never done that to you. Does that make sense? Start fresh, start clean, let that stuff go. Do you and Stefan talk about getting married? Yes, we do. We started talking about marriage probably about 1.5 years into our relationship. So just a few months ago, I guess. Yes, we talk about marriage a lot. I would love to marry Stefan one day. Right now is not the right time. I don't think either of us are ready for that. I mean, I'll be lucky if I married him, okay? Are you kidding me? What made you want to stay in Utah after you graduated? It's so cold. Okay, true, Utah is freezing, but when it's not freezing, it's the most beautiful, magical place I've ever been. I grew up in Ohio, and Ohio is very flat and brown, and in Utah, it's the complete opposite. There's so many mountains and trees, and it's so beautiful. That's why I ended up staying in Utah. I love it here. I think it's so beautiful. I also feel like I really made a life for myself out here. After college, I'd already lived here for 4 years, and it just at that point felt like home. So I love it here. I don't see myself moving anytime soon. Were you ever teased for anything as a child? If so, what has it taught you? That's a great question. I feel like everybody is teased growing up. That's a very common thing, unfortunately. Let's see. Growing up, I was called Dumbo because my ears stuck out. I don't have big ears, but they used to stick out. So all through elementary school and middle school, my nickname was Dumbo. You know when you're dating somebody in 6th grade. The kid I was dating told me that my chest is as flat as a board. That was a bit rude, because I didn't get boobs till I was a junior in high school. I remember one of my best friends my sophomore year told me she can't be my friend anymore because I don't party and I can't go to the parties with her. So that was like kind of rude. People are teased, which sucks, but I would say the biggest thing that I learned from it was just be kind to one another. There's truly no reason to ever be mean to another person. I don't understand it. I don't understand why there's so much negativity. I think social media can be really hard in that aspect because people feel the need to just bash people. They have no idea who they are. They've never met them. They know nothing about them, but they make these judgments and they're so mean, and I hope one day we can start seeing a shift. I'm very fortunate because the community that I have here on YouTube is so full of love and positivity, and I see you guys interacting with each other and being so encouraging. I hope that that is one thing that you will take away from my channel, is that you can come here, you're gonna feel good, it's a positive place to be. If I see anyone coming at other people on my channel, I'm like, listen, Linda, you need to leave, okay? There's so much negativity in the world. There's no reason to add to it. I received so many questions about the underwear that I wear when I'm at the gym. So this question is, Anna, but what underwear is good for working out so they don't slide down or show? A couple years ago now, maybe like 1 or 2 years ago, I decided to not wear underwear to the gym anymore. At first was very uncomfortable and weird, but now I love it. So I hardly, if ever, will ever wear underwear to the gym, because the only way your underwear is not gonna show in workout leggings is if you're wearing a thong, and a lot of times working out with a thong on is not healthy for you. But sometimes if I am on my period, I will wear the seamless underwear from Victoria's Secret. It's the best. I'll link it below. I have about 20 pairs of them. Every time they have their 7 for $27 deal, I'm over in there buying every single pair of the seamless thongs that they have, okay? And you're saving the environment, because then instead of washing a pair of leggings and underwear, you're only gonna be washing a pair of leggings. A lot of people find that weird. I've answered that before and they were like, you're a weirdo. And I was like, listen, Linda, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And then I'm not constantly adjusting my underwear, which does drive me crazy when I'm in the gym. Okay, Bredna says, get well soon. Your voice sounds like you have a cold. That's not a question, but I get this comment all the time. I know. Why? What's wrong with me? I always sound so stuffy. Maybe it's my voice. Maybe I need to go to an ENT. Maybe one day I will. I've talked about this so many times, but going through these Q&A questions, I noticed it was a very popular question, and that was, do you drink alcohol? Why don't you drink alcohol? So this question is, why don't you drink alcohol? I made the decision pretty early on in my life, probably when I was about 14 or 15, that I just had zero interest in alcohol. The fear of not having control over my own body has always terrified me. I also saw a lot of my friends, like very early on at the age of 14 and 15, completely belligerent, and a lot of not good things happen when you're that young and you're drinking alcohol. And lastly, alcoholism does run through my family, and so I made that decision early on. I know I have a very addictive personality. The fear of being addicted to a substance like alcohol, it terrifies me, so I've always just stayed far away from alcohol. There's absolutely nothing wrong if you are of age and you are drinking, okay? I have so many friends that drink. This was just a decision that I made for myself. That was just a decision that I made, and I've just always stuck to it. Do Gymshark leggings shrink in the dryer? I do not dry any of my workout clothes. If you guys want to see how I care for my workout clothes, let me know. That could kind of be a fun video. I do not dry any of my workout clothes, whether that's Gymshark or any other brand. I let everything air dry. Allie asks, how do you prevent camel toe in the Lululemon Aligns? I need tips and tricks, please. Listen, Allie, okay? I have a very prominent pubic bone. So I have a camel toe in just about everything. People tell me that'll make childbirth a lot easier though, so that's nice. Looking forward to that, hopefully one day. I get the bulge in everything, okay? That's just my life. I've come to learn, love, and accept that. But I do get a really bad camel toe in Aligns, but kind of worth it when your butt looks so good, A lot of people have left the tips and the tricks of wearing a panty liner. That does help, but I find they're not sticky enough to stick through a whole workout when you're jumping, moving. Sometimes it bunches up. Starting a fitness account hard for you? Do you like Instagram or YouTube better? When I started posting stuff about my fitness journey, I had a very hard time because a lot of people love to make fun of me for that. The college that I went to was a very small town, and a lot of people knew a lot of people. You know, a lot of people love to make fun of and laugh at me starting to post fitness. I moved out of that town and really just like dove in head first into it. Anything that's new is going to be difficult. So of course it was difficult, but you know, I just kept sharing my journey, meeting so many women. It's still hard until this day, but I love the interaction that I have with so many women on these platforms. I never thought that my best friends would be you guys, but I'm so grateful. I feel a little bit more connected to my YouTube girls. Like every time I meet somebody, I know that they watch my YouTube. So I'm like, oh, we're like best friends. Like, you know me. But Instagram's fun because it's so easy to post up new workouts for you guys. So I don't have a favorite. I just love both of them for different reasons. Just like my dogs, you know? Favorite Bath & Body Works candle scent is definitely mahogany teakwood. I worked at Bath & Body Works when I was in college. The scents give me the worst raging headache. They make me physically ill. I'm smelling too many candles. But still until this day, the only candle that I can light in my house that's not too sweet, doesn't give me a headache, it's like musky, men, I'm gonna devour you scent, mahogany teakwood. So good. It smells like an Abercrombie store. Okay, Emily asked, what's the one thing you wish you had done differently in college? I decided to go move across the entire country and stay dating somebody who I knew wasn't who I was going to end up with. And your freshman year of college is the most fun year of your life. You move out of your house, you're living your best life. When you have a long distance boyfriend who ends up cheating on you after the first semester of college, it's a little sad because I knew I wasn't gonna end up with him, you know? That's the difference. If I knew he was the one for me, that's a different story, but I knew he wasn't the one for me and I still decided to date him. And I feel like I missed out on a lot of opportunities that first semester of college because I was too worried about my long distance boyfriend. Don't do that. It's so silly. I told my sister that when she was 14 years old. Okay, are you a righty or a lefty? I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I'm a lefty. And if you're best friends with a lefty, you're lucky. True story. Last question is from Olivia. Do you go tanning at all or do you just use self tanner? If so, what brand? Which leads me into today's giveaway. Let me go grab the stuff. Okay, hold on. Loving Tan is one of my favorite brands of self tanner. I've been using it for years. If you have not tried Loving Tan self tanner, it is so beginner friendly. So a huge thank you to Loving Tan because they're gonna hook you up with $500 of self tanning goodies for you and your bestie. Let me tell you what you guys are gonna get. So you're gonna get 4 of the deluxe bronzing mousses. Ugh, the mousses are so good. And then you're gonna get 2 of the 2-hour express deluxe bronzing mousses. So this one's super nice because this has a tint to it. So if you want to apply it and then go out and about, you're gonna look bomb. 2 hours, you got yourself a bomb tan. This one has to be on for 6 to 8 hours. So this is what I like to apply before I go to bed. Put some head to toe pajamas on and then I wake up, rinse off. 2 of the bronzing shimmers. So this is a bronze shimmer luminous cream. This is super easy if you don't have time for this. You can just apply this head to toe. 4 of the deluxe applicator mitts. So this is what I use when I'm applying the mousses and also the shimmer. I don't mean to be dramatic, but I've tried a whole lot of tanning mitts and this is my favorite. You're gonna get 4 of the tan removing and skin polishing gloves, plus 2 of the easy to reach back applicators. Whoops open. You rub it on your back. So that is today's giveaway. A huge thank you to Loving Tan. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Follow Loving Tan and myself on Instagram. And lastly, leave 1 comment below letting me know what your New Year's resolutions are going to be. Listen, I'll be honest, I don't know what mine are yet, but I'm thinking about it. So just let me know what you're thinking. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed today's Q&A. I will see you back here tomorrow for our second to last day of WHITMAS. Oh, that is so sad. I love you guys, and until next time, I will see you next time.